And it was a very hectic scene because of the fire, 3 fires in 3 buildings with quick growth on them.
The latest now, an active investigation in a massive fire that destroyed 3 Silvis homes. Tonight, the state fire marshal is looking into a cause. Fire broke out around 2 o'clock yesterday near 8th Street and 4th Avenue, Silvis. That's a residential area just down the street from the public library. Also, the flames were shooting high into the sky by the time the crews got there yesterday. Dozens of firefighters rushed into those homes to try and get the upper hand. Here is what we know now tonight. The fire started in one house and spread to the next door homes on either side. The first house was vacant, nobody living there, but gas and electric was hooked up. Unclear right now if that played a role at all. The Silvis fire chief said today he had 100 firefighters at that scene, and he broke them up into teams to fight the fire.
I had several officers stationed strategically throughout the fire ground that were in charge of different areas, and they were in charge of those individual crews.
Now, he also confirms that no one was hurt in this fire. We have team coverage of the fire tonight, starting off with TV6's Chris Carter, who is back at the scene where so many came out to support the firefighters last night. Chris.
Yeah, Paula, as you mentioned, 100 firefighters from 12 different departments responded here to this fire. When it was all said and done, 3 homes were a total loss, and you can just see the devastation here behind me. The fire was hectic. The fire departments that got here to help get this fire out say that they had an outpouring of support from the community as they worked to battle this fire. A hectic and frantic scene.
3 fires in 3 buildings with quick growth on them.
100 firefighters racing to stop a major fire from spreading, all of them working together.
I cannot coordinate with 100 firefighters.
Silvis Fire Chief John Winters was in charge of managing them all. Communicating with them via the radio was a critical part of the mission.
It does get hectic, but yesterday went extremely well. The crews that were on scene handled themselves very professionally with the radios, kept their radio traffic to a minimum, only the necessary traffic that was needed.
As the men and women raced to put the fire out, support from the community poured in.
Oh my, it just makes your heart thump with joy.
Joyce Wilson is a Red Cross volunteer. She responded to the scene Monday, providing water, Gatorade, and food to the firefighters and services to those impacted by the fire.
Community responded. Hy-Vee brought out sandwiches. Frank's Pizza sent a pizza. Checkers was there with sandwiches.
Neighbors from nearby came to help. The fire department overwhelmed by the amount of support.
Just seeing the community support is huge, and it makes us feel appreciated.
Each firefighter being taken care of by a community that cares.
That means a lot. You know, we had a lot of food. We actually probably had too much food for what we needed. Silvis is a great community, and people are proud of their city here, and they want to help us any way they can.
A community going above and beyond what is needed to take care of the men and women who risk it all to save it all. Now, the fire chief told me today that anytime that they have a structure fire, they use something that's called the MABUS system, and that actually alerts 2 other departments in the area for automatic mutual aid, allowing them to respond. And Paula, the chief told me today that because those 2 other departments automatically started responding when they got the initial call, they likely prevented this fire from spreading any further.
All right, Chris, thank you for the latest details on that. The chief also added that he had so many crews out there to give everybody a break physically. Before each one was allowed to go back into the fire, they all had to be checked out by the EMTs on scene.